Yeah, I would say like my biggest tip is disc choice. I think it's overwhelming how many discs are out there, and the way everything works, right, is if it's new, it's the best. And that's what you hear more about, and that's what's promoted. But those discs aren't always the best for the new players or slower arm speed players. Whether you're new or you just have a slower arm speed, they're not necessarily the best. So I would say to educate yourself a little bit on the flight numbers. I know once you start to get into disc golf more heavily, people debate about flight numbers, but they are important in the sense that they tell you how fast or slow the disc is. And I would recommend as a newer player or a lower arm speed player to be under 10, this disc speed of 10. You want to have like a bunch of good 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 speeds in your bag. So if your disc starts on a hyzer and halfway through its flight, it flips up to flat, you know you got a lot of wrist snap and you popped your wrist up. And if it already is turning about, I don't know, 40 feet into the drive, you know that that's more of something that your wrist turned over too much. And it's not about the power you did, but how your wrist moved over. And so just watching the flight of the disc the whole way, even if you messed up and you're embarrassed and you want to throw again, or you don't want to watch it because it was so bad, just watch it, because it really helps you learn what you did wrong, and just videoing yourself so that you can also see that in real time. When you get a solid base of discs, work them in on every different angle so that you know what shots you have in your bag, you know, and that 15 speed might have a time and place on a certain few holes, but don't rely on it because there's better discs for those holes. So I think utilizing how many discs you have in your bag is also a very big benefit, that you don't have to grab the same disc every time. You can switch between discs. So make sure as you put each new disc in your bag, you really, really do a lot of field work with it. So you know what it flies like on a hyzer, what it flies like flat, and what it flies like anhyzer, and then on certain powers and certain winds. And that way you have less question when tournament time comes and you're standing on that tee pad. You're not deciding, you just already know.